What's up, guys? Ruben coming to you. Took a little bit of time off to kind of see how the NFL season was going to end before I came to you guys. And I was going to need it. So, as we know, Cowboys fans, this video is for us. All right. And I come to you humbly because it was a rough ending to the season. Now, I know a lot of you guys were hoping that we were going to make the playoffs, make a deep run, but if you've been watching the videos long enough, you've known that I've basically been wanting to see just, how certain players develop and progress because we were bad. We were a bad team, and then I like my hopes went out the window with Dak. So I had no interest in making the playoffs and getting blown out, which had been kind of the norm when we played teams that were playoff caliber. So my fandom, though, this past weekend did creep up on me because it's hard to watch the Cowboys and not root for them, especially when they're playing division rivals. Now, they were playing the Giants, and it was a real painful way to end the season to watch Mike McCarthy make the blunder of not challenging that catch where Dante Pettis caught the ball, looked like he pinned it into the ground to catch the ball, which clearly would have been an incomplete pass and would have backed them up to maybe a 60-yard field goal from which their kicker probably would have missed. We would have been in position to kick the game-winning field goal and at least been in the position to possibly make the playoffs depending on what happened in the Washington Eagles game. When they turned the ball over, when Andy Dalton threw the ball up on third down, which I knew they were going to need to take a shot, but I hate that he kind of just threw that duck up because it was third down. I would have loved to, at least gotten one more shot at it. For them to still have all three timeouts, they allow the first down, which would have ended the game, to watch Wayne Gallman fumble the ball. And to think we have a chance because they'd be getting the ball back basically already in field goal range. And I think they would have had, I'm not sure if they blew two timeouts already, but they might have had one. They would definitely had at least one timeout left in their pocket as well. To watch that fumble happen, watch all the Cowboys jump on it, to watch them say it's the Giants' ball when the Cowboys came up with the ball, and then them say it's the Cowboys' ball, and then they determine, no, it's the Giants' ball. It was so fitting of our season, guys. It was so close, but just not close enough. And it was tough to watch. And I was mad for a split second. But then I said, and I texted a friend, I said, hey, I'm glad that we can be put out of our misery. Because what I didn't want was to go into that evening watching the Washington Eagles game and feeling the wrath that the Giants are feeling right now. That is a little bit of solace that I have, is that, you know what, our day ended after that 1 o'clock game. The Giants watched that game, and they are so pissed. So pissed. I don't know why they wanted to get in, because they probably would have got blown out by whoever they play as well. The Washington football team with Alex Smith, that D-line, that defense in general, I think they're going to kind of be a problem next year, depending on what kind of moves they make. But I think they were probably the most fit team to make the postseason. The Giants, they showed some fight this year. The interesting thing about this year with the NFC East is, you know how sometimes you see teams, like take the Miami Dolphins, like they started off last year horrible, but then they went on a little bit of a run. And so you could kind of see that the second half of the season, they became another team, and that gave them something to build on going into the next year. We kind of got, well, in Washington's case, you kind of got a glimpse of that, except they actually made the playoffs because the division was so bad. So I wouldn't be surprised if Washington beats the Bucks. I'm not ready to make my prediction on that until give me a couple days. I'll hit you with a video on that prediction, actually. But with that being said, back to the Cowboys, man, it was rough to watch. We got some decisions to make. Do we re-sign Dak? Do we entertain doing something about Zeke because he didn't have a good year? He looked slow this year. Was it all offensive line? Do we rely on our aging offensive line and maybe make some moves there? Do we fire Mike Nolan? Please fire Mike Nolan. What else? What else? What do we do on defense? I think Cheeto's a free agent. I think Anthony Brown's a free agent. We got the 10th pick in the draft. Early wish list would be Patrick Surtain, but I'm not sure he's going to fall to 10. But if he did, it would go a long way towards helping fix the problems on our secondary. He would instantly become the best corner on our team, and that's with Trevon Diggs there. I watched Surtain's father. He was in high school. I learned to play cornerback, and because I played cornerback for a little bit, and one of the guys I liked watching, because back then the Miami Dolphins defense was hot, and they had Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain, and Sam Madison was all the rage, but because I think he was just more physically gifted than Surtain was in terms of just speed in general. But Surtain was so technically sound. Like I watched him a lot. I learned how to play corner watching a lot of his stuff, and so Surtain Jr. has a lot of those traits. Big, technically sound. Like he's gonna be, I think, a stud corner in this league for some time. I really hope that happens for the Cowboys. I'm ready for the offseason. I really hope that they make some decisions on how they're going to run the defense. I would really prefer them to go back to a 4-3. If they're going to commit to a 3-4, I hope they get them a big nose guard. I hope I hope that they get an off season to really kind of practice it and work the kinks out. I don't really think the linebackers that we have are best suited for it, but I think 4-3 is a way to go. So I'm gonna do a couple more videos throughout the week. So stay tuned. If you guys got any questions, comments, hit your boy up in the comments or DM me, and I'll do my best to answer. Until next time, though. Of course, please subscribe and like. I'd appreciate the support. And again, until next time, peace.